In Adolf Hitler's book, The World Order, the New World Order, he talked about a united Europe, a European Union, a dissolving of all of the nationalities and nationhood, and blending them into one big ball of control. We have control ball. I played basketball last night, but how about control ball? It's sort of like a fixed roulette table. It's round and round and round she goes, and where she stops, only the house knows. In these selections, and that's what I call them, it's heads they win, tails we lose. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you get Senator McSain or Romney or Hillary. They're all going to do basically the same thing. You're going to continue on that slide. You're going to continue on that course. You're going to continue on the downhill slope into hell. It's a one-way ticket to hell, unless you do change. Certainly Ron Paul does offer change. Actually, Governor Huckabee does talk about change. But the other guys are trying to stay on board. Stay on board what? On a sinking ship. Yeah, the ship is going down. It's being scuttled in the harbor. The ports are all open. Those little holes along the side. The ship is listing, and they're opening up the ports so the water can come in. This is done deliberately and by design. This is Anthony J. Hilder. This is January 31st, 2008. I'll be coming back to you day after day after day after day with my friend Gary Richard Arnold, who ran for Congress. I was doing the scripting, managing the campaign. Gary and I were in Washington, D.C. The night before, we'd written up the copy, or at least I did. And we went out in front of the White House. We were in a taxi cab, and I said, thumbs up, brother. Lay it on. Give it to him. And he did. The result? We had more publicity than the rest of the House of Representatives combined, according to CBS News Central. That's when all that Tylenol stuff was going down. People were dying. And Gary said to the president, hold it, hold it, hold it. You're talking about giving us the greatest tax decrease in American history, when in actuality it turned out to be the greatest tax hike of any nation in world history. He said, you're selling it as Tylenol taxation, but as you're selling it as a cure. But it's not a cure. It's a killer. See, these people talk with a forked tongue through both sides of their nose. We'll talk about Red Ronnie. We'll talk about Reaganism and how they're all bowing and kowtowing to old Red Ronnie. Oh, we're going to talk to you about him. And the LA Committee for a Democratic Far Eastern Policy, that was associated with the group Democratic Far Eastern Policy Group. They supported world government. Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer. And what you are looking at facing is the destruction of your country, the destruction of your rights, the elimination of your rights, your liberties, your sovereignty. And these guys are out there now working, they will be in April, working towards a North American Union. The North American Union, like the European Union, abolishes sovereignty. But that's exactly what they want, and they want you to support it. They want you to support it, to give your support. And certainly McSame and Romney and those guys will probably go along. Ron Paul won't. I don't think Huckabee will either. But it's time to start thinking. It's time for you to open up your ears and your mind. Take a look at some of our films. 911, the greatest lie ever sold. And they sold that lie to you. But there are many of you out there who say, hey, we're not buying it. They may be selling that lie, and 911 is the greatest lie ever sold, but you're not buying it. I'd like you to tell other people about this show. I'd like them to see it. I'm not looking pretty in the morning, you know, like this. It's pretty much what I play. I mean, what I wear when I play basketball. But this is another game. And it is a game. The winner wins life, the loser gets death. This is Anthony J. Hilder on January 31st, 2008. I'll see you tomorrow.